Salutations, this is Grim Devel. Welcome back to our Let's Play of The Longing. Interesting that the shade is I started up and the shade is walking. This is where I wanted him to walk, though. I was thinking, so some of you left some useful comments, and some interesting comments, with ideas and theories. And one of them I think holds a lot of water here. One of the clues that the face gave us, one of the early clues, was to the question, how can I overcome the darkness? Did I give my intro? Salutations, this is Grim Devel. Welcome back to our Let's Play The Longing. Did I even say that? I don't even know. What's wrong with my brain? Maybe I did say it. Maybe I'm going crazy playing this game. So we asked him what happens if how to overcome the darkness, and the face's answer was that the way to light is blocked by total darkness. And someone thought that maybe the nightmare that we saw when we were kind of engulfed by total darkness, couldn't see anything except our own eyes, even though we were holding the mushroom. Maybe this is a clue to how to get past that part, which makes sense because that was total darkness. Then the face said, you will only overcome darkness if you learn to become darkness. And I think the person suggested that maybe we don't bring a mushroom, and that's how we do it, how we get by it. But then the face says, this way you will be invisible to it, but you will only achieve this if you delve deep into your own mind in conscious loneliness. So here's my theory. I think as soon as we see our doppelganger nightmare creature, I think we eat a third mushroom and go into a hallucination. That's what I think we need to do. Now, I don't know how many mushrooms we've eaten. I'm hoping that we haven't eaten one since we last had a hallucination. So my plan is to eat 2 mushrooms. And I suppose I should replant. So let me grab one. Grab a mushroom, rather. Do it. Grab it. Grab the mushroom. There you go. If I'm going to eat one, I want to plant first. All right, so now I can eat one. Hopefully there are enough mushrooms to go around if, let's say I'm going to eat one, and then I'm going to eat a second one, and then I'm going to grab a third one and bring it up. And hopefully that won't mess up the cycle. If I have to repeat the cycle, hopefully there are enough mushrooms to go around. I think there are. Okay, here comes mushroom number 2. Eat it. Good. Good. So now we're going to grab a third mushroom. And, well, first we're going to replant. But then we're going to grab a third mushroom and bring it with us. Okay. And I think we're past the spider part, right? Fairly certain about that? I think we are. Grab it. And now we're going to head to the cliff. And I think we will check out that cliff. My theory on the cliff is that I think if you don't bring a mushroom with you and can't see, you remember the shade said that he feels this like foreboding feeling. And I think maybe that's supposed to be a clue if you don't have light with you, so that you don't just keep walking forward in the darkness and walk off the cliff. But I think as long as you have the mushroom with you, you see the cliff there. I think that text was a warning, saying like, if you don't, you better like bring some light or you're going to die. But I think with the light and being able to see the cliff there, we won't just walk to our deaths. I think we should check the cliff out, the edge of it, and see if there's anything special there. I don't think we'll die. I don't think. That would be a pretty cheap thing. But then we're going to see if we can hallucinate in front of this shade. This is my plan. Y'all, I'm loving all the ideas you all are coming up with, and how much anxiety you all have for this little shade in this game. I've gotten some suggestions. A few people have suggested to end episodes in the Hall of Eternity. It's just so, it would take so long, and maybe we could just do that, I guess, at the end of every third episode, where I usually would break for a week before playing more. It just takes, and the idea being that time won't pass, and so we'll have more time to make sure that we finish this game before 400 days ends. And that's fair. It takes so long to get from that area back up to here. But maybe. One issue is that I no longer have a save for the beginning of the Hall of Eternity. This is like deep in the Hall of Eternity here. Halls of Eternity. So we would have to spend part of an episode going to here and then going to the Hall of Eternity from here. So I don't know if we want to spend the end of like the third episode this week going there and saving that spot, and it would be a pretty uneventful episode. We'll see how things go. But I suppose if you're into this episode, you don't really if you're into this series, you probably don't care too much about like how much time we waste doing things like that. I would imagine, even though I'm sure we're all excited about the progress that we've made in this game. I know I am. I'm excited to see if we can overcome this. I think once if we can get past the nightmare, I imagine that the next thing will be the mines. I imagine. But boy, getting like things keep getting further and further away. Like before, it was fairly viable to go from in one episode to go from our lair up to the northern caves that we're in and still be able to do something. That's becoming less and less viable in a normal length episode. So that's part of what makes me hesitant about doing the Halls of Eternity thing at the end of each week. We'll just see how much time. I mean, I could try to record a whole bunch in a row. Of course, you need time to pass for certain things. And time doesn't pass if you're in the Halls of Eternity. Maybe we'll get lucky in that we know that time will have to pass for the next barrier to be overcome. And that'll time out well with the end of a week. And then we just wait a few days. Hopefully. All right, I'm excited about hallucinating in front of our shadow doppelganger creature. And also seeing this cliff. All right, so what should we talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, my friends? I don't know what's gone on with me this week. I feel like very little. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've talked about this. We're thinking about getting a dog. I don't think I've talked about this. And we're a little nervous about the idea. I had dogs growing up, a dog growing up, and then another dog after that. And the dog that I had growing up was a toy poodle. And it was one that, like, my uncle's dogs had a litter. His two toy poodles had a litter, and we got one of the dogs in that litter. And she ended up being an amazing dog, just a really great family dog, super smart, really loving towards us. And then, after that, I think when she died, and she lived until about 16 years old, I think, maybe 17, I think 16, but a good while. I got upset because my family got a new dog like a week after our first dog died. And I felt like it wasn't enough time to mourn the dog. I wanted to, like, give more time to give our first dog the respect that she deserved. And my parents did the same thing. Well, not my mom did the same thing with when that dog, the second dog, eventually died too. Like within a week, she had a new one. But anyway, the second dog was also a toy poodle, but its personality was entirely different. It was kind of dumb, real super aloof, didn't really care about us at all, and And my mom's third dog now is a poodle hybrid with a what is it? It's a Maltese poodle hybrid, I think. And it's a sweet dog, but it's definitely not as smart. And it's kind of yappy. And I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It feels strange talking about breeds of dogs because you kind of don't want to that certain breeds have certain dispositions, but that also, I don't know, that seems a little racist. Like, I mean, I know they're dogs, but and I know there's some truth to it. I mean, like certain breeds of dogs they almost seem like different species. I know they're not, but um, they're just some are bred so differently and for different purposes over thousands of years, and it's some of them. It's it's pretty nuts. Oh, oh, okay, we made it this far. Um. Anyway, I'm thinking about. I've never had a big dog, but I've had some experiences with big dogs. I lived with a roommate that had a Great Dane, um, and I've known a couple of Saint Bernards, and I really love Saint Bernards. I love their disposition. They're really smart and they're just super super friendly, but without being like crazy friendly, without being like always in your face and barky and stuff like that. They just seem really chill and congenial, and I kind of really want a Saint Bernard. But I think I also like poodles. And I know that like getting a poodle hybrid kind of helps with the shedding. I'm nervous about this precipice. We're gonna do like a Wile E. Coyote thing. All right. I want to zoom in. Okay, you know what? I think that's it. I think we're not walking past that. It didn't give me a prompt or anything, and I didn't want to keep walking. I think if we didn't have the mushroom, we would just die. That's my theory. I think we leave that alone. So we're thinking about getting a Saint Bernard poodle hybrid, is what we're thinking. But there's so much complication about. I've never gotten a dog on my own before, in my adult life, and neither has my wife. And it's if you get it from a breeder, they're super expensive, and even then you still have to like wait for a litter, like crazy expensive. I mean, like I don't know, probably like between $3,000 and $4,000, which is a lot. And not only that, but like, I mean, ideally you would rescue a dog. That sounds like the nice thing to do, because you know that there's all kinds of problems. Yeah, okay, now things are getting dark again. I think as soon as we see our nightmare friend, we eat the mushroom. That's what I'm thinking. I'm getting nervous about this. Or do we just eat it now? I mean, we're in total darkness. Up. Let's eat it now. Yes. Hee hee. Look at that. The eyes are still there. Pretty sure we've seen this dream before. We're gonna really be in darkness without that light, I guess. Alright, I'm hoping this worked. Hopefully we didn't need to be closer to it. If I even had the right idea at all. Okay. Maybe I didn't have the right idea. Or if I did, maybe I needed to be closer to it. Maybe I needed to wait until, like, right when it Okay, I don't know. Wait, can I go down? Let me read the clue again. The way to light is blocked by total darkness. You will only overcome darkness if you learn... You will only overcome darkness if you learn to become darkness. This way you will be invisible to it. But you will only achieve this if you delve deep into your own mind in conscious loneliness. All right, I don't know. Maybe we just wait here. Because we know that when we wait, Shade will just start, like, sitting and thinking and saying things. Let's just wait here a bit. So, yeah. We were thinking, you know, we've talked to some people that... or my wife really talked to someone that does dog... like, helps people find dogs that in rescue situations and stuff like that. But you never know. I mean, I've known a lot of dogs that have come from those situations that are not dogs that I would want in my house. And, you know, what we're looking for in a dog is companionship for a long time. It's weird to have a conversation while we're, like, facing off with this nightmare doppelganger thing. So, we're thinking, I don't know, if we do get a dog, maybe we need to, like, get a fence. We don't have a fence in our backyard. Maybe it would depend on the kind of breed of dog we get. I mean, I said I'm really interested in that St. Bernard Poodle mix, but I don't know. We're still open to any ideas, really. And a fence would probably be really expensive, and we have, like, shrubs bordering our backyard and good relationships with our neighbors, and I don't know, it'd be weird to, like, I don't know if we need to get rid of those shrubs. It's all a whole big complicated mess, and I've got anxiety about it. But it would... I'm also excited about the idea of maybe getting a dog. We have a cat, which if you've... All right, we sat down. This is good. I'm glad we sat down. That makes me think that we are maybe delving deep into our own mind in conscious loneliness. Get into a zen-like state there, little Shade. Maybe I should have gotten closer to eat that mushroom. I guess the hallucination is unconscious loneliness, not conscious loneliness. Huh. Yeah, I'm not touching the mouse, not doing anything here. He looks like he's thinking. He's sitting and thinking, he's looking down. I don't know if it's just idle animation, but it feels like maybe he's being introspective. And the doppelganger is just staring straight ahead, which is pretty creepy. I suppose if enough time passes, we will just have to... I guess I could idle here. We could exit the episode here and leave the Shade sitting and thinking in this darkness. But then if we do that, next episode, if nothing changes, we'll probably have to approach the nightmare creature. Are we slumping? Is that what's going on? And then that might bring us right back to our lair. I suppose if he does that, I could go do the Hall of Eternity checkpoint thing. But also, we're going to need some ideas about how to pass this by. I may want to try the mushroom thing again, but closer. I think we should really examine when we approach him next, maybe at the beginning of next episode, how close we can get before it opens its scary mouth and brandishes its teeth. Oh. No, it's okay. Go to sleep. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, little shade. That's me pretending to snore. Come on. No, that was good. That was good. Yeah. Your eyelids are getting heavy. You're getting sleepy. Very sleepy. I feel like, right? It seemed like he was on the precipice of dreamland. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I'm hoping we won't. It would be awesome if he fell asleep now and we didn't have to wait. Although, then again, that would also be unconscious loneliness, not conscious loneliness. How do you delve deep into your own mind in conscious loneliness? I would think it would be like what he's doing now, just sitting and thinking, and being introspective as it appears like he's doing. So I guess sleeping would be akin to the hallucinations. Very curious. I'll give it a couple more minutes to see if his face changes at all. When I say his face, I mean his eyes. Oh. Okay. He hasn't said anything. It's also possible that because we don't have them, like, we got up here, like, I don't know if we would have been able to climb these stairs if we didn't have the mushroom. And maybe now that we don't have the mushroom, maybe we can go back down and something different will happen. That's possible. We could try going back down next episode. I think we'll stay here. And next episode, instead of immediately walking forward, we'll try going back down first. And if it doesn't seem like that does anything different or matter, then we'll just come back up and see how close we can get to this nightmare doppelganger. It seems like little shade isn't gonna do anything. Or else I never said pitter-pat little shade, but we're not pitter-patting anymore. But I guess I just said it, so that's fine. Okay. I think we put in a cut here. Yeah, all right, the music just recycled. We're gonna put in a cut here. And I'm just gonna exit and it'll idle while we're here, and we'll see what happens next time we play, which I'll probably play an episode or two of another game first and then come back to this. So it'll be probably, I don't know, or maybe tomorrow even, I don't know. It'll be at the very least an hour or two of real time. So we'll see. I enjoyed playing with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.